Project status reports are one of those recurring activities many project managers dread. They always seem to take longer than you anticipated. Do people even read them? Are they just a waste of time? Well, what if I told you that if you were able to consistently produce effective status reports, you would dramatically improve your chances of impressing your stakeholders and clients and getting noticed for all that hard work that you do. So in today's video, I am going to be breaking down exactly how you can create effective project status reports from here on in. And it all starts with asking yourself these two questions. What do your stakeholders want, or perhaps more importantly, need to see? And what would make their life or their job easier? Now, the answers to these questions should form the basis of what you deliver, how you deliver it, and when. Nevertheless, all impactful status reports contain at least these three very things. Context, all about the project, its goals, objectives, and deliverables. Status, what is actually happening at the moment that report is being sent. It needs to be up to date and accurate. And lastly, what decisions have or are being made. But how do you document and display this information? Well, you will need to create a series of artifacts. So the most common project reports you will likely need to create are a project status report, a risk report, a budget and expenses report, and also a resource report, or in other words, who is working on what. Now, there are other artifacts you perhaps want to create, but these are some of the most important ones that your stakeholders will be expecting to see, predominantly this one here. Now, for each of these reports, you need to consider four different things. Firstly, who? Who needs to see the report? Is it your senior managers? Is it your fellow team members? Is it a client? How should your stakeholders be receiving the report? Is it via email? Is it via a bulletin, an intranet site, etc.? When does the report need to be received? Are they going to receive it weekly? Is it bi-weekly or is it monthly? And lastly, the outcome. What are you expecting from delivering these reports? Are your intentions clear? Do you have a feedback mechanism? Do you need to get updates or comments from your stakeholders? So what are some of the best tips that you can leverage when pulling this all together? Firstly, it's absolutely essential that all your reports and documents are concise, consistent, and understandable. You want to leverage templates to save yourself a lot of time and to also create that recurring consistency in your delivery. Now, there are some videos on my channel here which show you how to create a range of different project status reports. There will be links in the description below if you want to go and check those out. Secondly, you want to ensure that you have things like high-level summaries at the top of your reports, so somebody can quickly open up the document and see what is being kind of discussed and basically which is summarizing all of the further context that follows. You also want to include that summary in any of your communications, such as emails. You also want to give incentive for your stakeholders to read. Make it so that if they read your report, they are going to have a step ahead. They're going to be able to report to their own senior stakeholders and managers on what's going on the ground. Also, make sure that you consider your delivery timing. This will allow for expectations, so your stakeholders are aware when they are likely to receive it, and also can help you with automation. Also, ensure that you only send your reports to the right stakeholders and make it relevant to them and that they are seeing the right level of information. You may also want to consider marketing your project reports to different departments, as they may have a reason why they may want to see that report, or there may be something that they can leverage from it. Also, be sure to double check your reports. If you're a project manager and have the availability of a project coordinator or a team member, get them to have a look at it and just give it the once over. Make sure that your reports are accurate. You also want to routinely check in with report recipients. Get their feedback. Ask them what they need to see, what's missing. Make sure your reports are fundamentally helpful. You also can consider analysing and tracking delivery and open rates. This can give you an idea as to whether your reports are making an impact. And lastly, be sure to keep documents brief and leverage visualizations along the way. It just breaks up texts and makes reports much more easy to follow and even better to understand. So by implementing these best practices and suggestions, your project reports will actually make an impact, keeping stakeholders informed and allowing others to see you as a reliable and dependable project manager. If you have any questions about what I've discussed in this video, comments or feedback, drop them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And with that said, best of luck, and I hope you have an excellent